Hey, welcome back to Smoky Ribs. Today I'm doing a product review on two fantastic new grills that I just added to my arsenal of grills, and I'm also going to be doing a cook on these. So let's get busy.
If you want to cook backyard barbecue till you get your feel, you come to the right place. Restaurant Smoky Ribs. Smoky Ribs. Smoky Ribs.
All right, we're going to get started showing you a gas grill. That's right, Smoky Ribs has a gas grill. You know what? That's the one thing that's really been missing from my arsenal. And everybody that watches me knows I'm a charcoal woods type guy. But there is so much you can do with a gas grill. It's very versatile. And not only that, 61% of all grills that are bought and purchased in the U.S. are gas grills. So with that being said, I get a lot of comments when people want to tell them how they could go about duplicating some of my recipes on a gas grill. I just installed this today. This is the Rotisserie. Let me hit the switch here and show you how smooth the action is on that. Very quiet, very smooth. Now this thing disassembles very quickly. You simply pull out and remove this. Now this unit here, it simply pulls off. There you go. Hooked to an extension cord. All right, now this is a cutting board. It's also an ice chest. Fill it with ice down your beer. You can even put meat that you're getting ready to cook in there, however you want to do it. All right, now this here is the infrared side burner. You would use this to sear steaks, put a really hot sear on this. You can also raise it, put it in these holes. It will act as a good side burner, completely adjustable with the gas knob. Now over here, they have the wave technology on their grate system. And the theory behind that is that you get more surface of the grate on your meat as you're cooking. It looks like it's doing a roller coaster ride, but in fact it's not. It's actually completely smooth. It's just an optical illusion. It's really nice. Now there's also a top grate. I had to remove this to get the rotisserie on. You would not be using this top grate while using the rotisserie. And you can do multiple things up here, vegetables, corn, whatnot. Now this lid has a roll top action to it. Very smooth. When you open it, it only increases the width of this thing a few inches from what it normally is. Now if you notice here, it has a really high quality AccuProbe thermometer on top. This has a lot of stainless steel construction, very well built. I can't show you right now because it's daytime and you wouldn't be able to see it, but it has a backlit technology. So I'm going to take some clips here a little later and show you what this looks like at night all lit up and show you what the burners look like fired up. All right, now let's take a look at this kettle grill by Napoleon. This is the Rodeo. All right, now this too also has the AccuProbe thermometer. Here's your top vent. This is the lower vent. I really love this. It's just right there. There's no guesswork. You can see where it's at. And your ashes and all that is not going to ruin it in time like it does on some other similar kettle grills. This is your ash tray here. Hit the button, pull it out. Just that easy. Goes right back in just as easy. There you go. All right, this is an all cast iron grate system. Each side is hinged where you can add in more charcoal or wood. Here in the bottom, this is a heat diffuser. And what this for is when you pour all your charcoal in there, it drafts from the bottom and distributes that draft, the air, through those holes and gives it a real good, even cooking experience. All right, now also in addition, another cool thing is you can spin this and will drop down to a lower level. Okay, this gives you a little bit closer to the heat. That's real useful a lot of times, like searing steaks, burgers, whatever. I just thought it was a really good touch. I've never seen any other kettle grill that had that. We're going to start today's cook up top, just like that. And that's about it. Well built, heavy duty, well thought out. All right, we're going to make a bechamel sauce. I started 1.5 sticks of butter. Into that, I'm adding in 1 cup of flour. This is going to be for our bechamel cheese sauce. All right, there's all the flour. All right, I'm going to mix this in real well with the butter. and it's going to take some of the raw flour taste out of this. We're going to go roughly 5 minutes. Now you don't want this to brown at all. It's going to be a blonde color. We're simply just making like a white roux. All right, what I have now is just cold milk right out of the fridge. We're going to take this, add it into our flour and butter mixture, and create a bechamel sauce. I'm just going to keep stirring this in until it looks right. Now don't worry about these clumps. All that's going to be silky smooth here momentarily. While I'm stirring this, I want to give a special shout out to Shane Renee over there at Shane Renee's Acadian Kitchen. I'm using some of his techniques on a fantastic looking mac and cheese that he did a while back. And I want to give him credits because I'm basically making the bechamel and then it will turn into a cheese sauce here momentarily based on his recipe, and really look fantastic. I'm not following his recipe to a T. I'm putting my own spin to it, but I still want to give him thanks, and would like to give him a shout out. Go over there and check Shane Renee out. He is a real chef, used to have a restaurant there in New York City, and moved back down to South Louisiana, near around Lafayette, I believe, in the Acadian country. Now as this heats up and begins to simmer, that is the thickest this will be. That's when you know just how thick it is, and from there you can adjust with more milk. All right, as you can see, we're already beginning to thicken. Going to add in more milk. It's going to take the majority of this gallon before it's all said and done, and we're not even simmering yet. Getting ready to add in 2 different types of cheeses. I have a sharp cheddar and I also have a pepper jack. We're getting ready to convert this bechamel sauce into a cheese sauce. All right, what you want to do, let's remove this spoon. By the way, this is just the right thickness. Look at that. It's pouring good, but yet it's got good body to it, as you can see. I grated all this up. I got 1 pound of sharp cheddar and I've got 1 pound of pepper jack. I shredded all this up in my food processor. All right, I'm gonna stop at that, let some of that start melting in. It being shredded like this, it should melt very rapidly. Now I'm not using all of this cheese in this cheese sauce. Some of it will be left and reserved to put on the top of the mac and cheese right before it goes onto the grill. All right, it's thickening up really nice. It's taking on a real pretty color, just a hint of orange in there from the sharp cheddar. All right, as that continues to melt, what I'm adding in now is Parmesan. Let's take probably half of this jar, about 3/4 of a cup. Yeah, we're looking good there. And that absorbed very quickly, and it's melted, it's blended in. What I got going in now is cream cheese. This is really going to add a nice flavor into this mac and cheese. We're just going to break it off. I've got an 8-ounce package here, but I'm going to end up using 2 packages. Now all you want to do is just simply melt all this in. Once it's completely melted in, we're going to turn it off. I haven't added any salt. I had salted butter. Okay, the flour, the salt, and the butter is plenty for that. Cheeses have just the right amount of salt already in them, so I'm not going to add any salt to this. If I had vegetables in it like Shane did his with a Trinity, of course you would have to add some salt. Now what I do like in a mac and cheese is black pepper, so we're going to be adding that in right now. That ought to be plenty. All right, we're bubbling away, and it looks like most of that cream cheese has dissolved into the other cheese mixture. We're looking fairly smooth right there. All right, what I've got here is 1 pound of dry macaroni elbows that I've already cooked. Now this is cooked to al dente because this has got to continue to cook for quite a while out there on the grill, and it should be perfect by the time we get through with that. All right, without trying to make too big of a mess, I'm going to start pouring this cheese sauce over the mac, over the elbows. All right, let me stir this and see where we're at. All right, we're going to hold right there. I don't want it dry, I want it plenty cheesy, and that looks plenty cheesy. Okay, what I have here, this is a leftover brisket from the pit barrel cooker brisket I did a while back. It's been in the freezer. We're going to take and we're going to push this off into this mac and cheese. We're talking about a smoked brisket mac and cheese. Does that sound good or what? Let's give all this a good mix. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking more cheese sauce. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna level this off the best I can here. All right, this is the remainder of the cheese that I grated earlier in the food processor. Let's go ahead and top this on top. What I'm going to do at this point is take some aluminum foil, put a good tight seal on this. I've set this up for indirect cooking. I use my charcoal baskets that I use on my Weber. I have them on each side. This should be my indirect right here, and it feels pretty good. All right, now what I've got here is I've got chicken wings. Now I have put my favorite rub on these. Use your favorite rub. We're just gonna layer these across here. Like I said, cooking indirect. All right, these are gonna cook somewhere around 45 minutes probably until they're done, 45 minutes to an hour. I'm gonna keep a check on them. Let's close this puppy down. All right, I got my gas grill fired up. Let me show you what I've done real quick. This thing has 3 burners that run this way. There's 1, 2, 3. I have both ends lit up, have them turned all the way down to low. So I'm gonna take this mac and cheese and we're gonna place it right here in the middle. And I'm gonna be cooking this around 350, 360 degrees. I've got heat on both sides for indirect cooking. I'm not gonna put heat directly under it. This should work out perfect. I tell you what, you know, when you get a new grill, you gotta get accustomed to cooking with it and see how it reacts, this, that, and the other. I'm telling you what, this thing is working like a champ. All right, who says you can't have smoke on a gas grill? I bought this at Lowe's. It'll hold water or it'll hold chips. We're gonna heat those up and we are gonna put a little bit of smoke on this macaroni and cheese. I'm getting ready to uncover it. Ooh, look at that melted cheesy goodness. Yes, sir. Oh, smells incredible. All right, we're gonna let this go about another 15, 20 minutes. Meanwhile, all that is gonna be heating up. Let's close her down. For these chicken wings, I'm getting ready to put together 2 different sauces. One of them is gonna be with the mango. This is that spicy, hot mango roasted pepper sauce I made on my last video. If you haven't seen that, please go over there and check it out. All right, now I had a little bit of a challenge from Ray Mac over there at Ray Mac's channel. I'm gonna put a link in the description box to him if you'd like to go over there and check his stuff out. The man can cook, got a lot of good stuff going on. But he dared me to do chicken wings using this sauce that I made. And he said if I didn't do it, him and his daughters would. So that was a challenge. So here we go. Let's go ahead and put this sauce together. All right, what I've got going here is 1 stick of butter. I'm gonna add the remainder of this bottle here. So I'm gonna dump it all in. Now I do have to make another sauce because the entire family will not be able to eat this. It is on the hot side, ain't no doubt about it. All we're doing is simply melting the butter, gonna give this a good stir. When it's nice and hot, we're just gonna cut the fire off and do the other one. All right, we still got this infrared burner fired up. Now what this is, and if you wanna see exactly how I make it, go over there and check out the video that I did about a year, not even a year ago. I did it with the Cajun Rocket Pot 4-way fryer, and I used the frog bone apple strabanero ghost pepper jam. That's what this is, a whole jar of it. I'm gonna heat that up, and in the process, we're gonna thin it out with the frog bone hot pepper sauce. Now I'm gonna stop at that for right now until we get some fire up under this and see how it reacts. What I'm going to do is simply pour this over the wings, take our tongs and just get a good coating all the way around. These are gonna be killer. All right, now for some sticky goodness. This is the frog bone products. Their hot sauce mixed with their apple strabanero ghost pepper jam. Now that sounds awful hot, but I promise you, it ain't near as hot as that mango over there. All right, here we go. 2 types of wings and this killer looking mac and cheese. That is a smoked brisket mac and cheese. And I just took the aluminum foil off of that, and the first thing hit me was that smoke, that little bit of smoke that I added on the gas grill. That works. All right, living up to Ray Mac's challenge, I'm going with the hot wing first. Here's one right here. This is the fiery mango roasted pepper hot sauce. Here we go. I tell you what, that is killer. Definitely got some heat on my tongue, but it's not overbearing hot at all. I can live with that any day of the week. It's a lot different than the straight up sauce right out of the bottle on a spoon. It's mellowed out. I did add the butter. It's catching up to me. It's pretty hot. My tongue is definitely getting on fire here now. But you know what? I love that kind of thing. All right, now the frog wing, man. This is the same stuff I made earlier. I told you about on the video. Excellent. This is his apple strabanero ghost pepper jam mixed with his hot sauce. Let's try that. Hadn't had this in a while. All right, now this is going to be some beefy, cheesy goodness. Whew. I tell you what, I wish I'd have tasted the mac and cheese first before I bit into that first wing, because my tongue is on fire. But the flavors are coming through. It's really good, really cheesy. And like I said earlier, this recipe was based from a recipe from Shane Renee. So please go over there. I'll have his link in the description box, as well as Ray Mac. Check them both out. Give them a sub. Give them some likes. Watch their videos. Until next time, smoke your ribs.